Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development. You know that the Federal Bureau of Investigation, United States, and the Central Intelligence Agency of the United States, and about 3 other agencies, including the IRS, had promised to release documents that they have in their archive on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on 30th October. So on 30th October, a whole lot of Nigerians were expectant to know the content of these documents. What did we get? What Nigerians got was a fake news that was carried out and published by the Nation newspaper, which is believed to be owned by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the cable newspaper, an online newspaper. These two papers and others, they carried and celebrated a report that the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and the Central Intelligence Agency have declined the request to make information about President Bola Tinubu public. According to the report, they said the FBI and CIA maintained in their response to the request that Tinubu has privacy rights that should be considered. According to these papers, while responding to the motion by Aaron Greenspan, they said these American organizations say they are not going to make available Tinubu's record, saying that what Aaron Greenspan, an American, is seeking is a reconsideration of an earlier ruling. And they said that the plaintiff is merely seeking to re-argue his position, of which the court has already ruled. When this publication was brought to my notice, that by somebody who I know very well, and he said, what do I have to say about this? That the Nation has published it, cable published that FBI has declined. I told him I will not believe that story until I get it from an independent source. I do not trust the cable newspaper. I do not trust the Nation newspaper. They are not reliable places where I can get unbiased reportage on this particular issue. So, and I was not wrong, because the person I told like that, later on, excitedly the next day, he called me and said, look, I was right, that the FBI, they have released the document. And the person sent the link to me of the FBI release. And to confirm it, I went to David Hundeyin, verified X account, and I found out that it's already there. So when I got the link took me to the website of Plain Sight, which is a site that is run by Aaron Greenspan, the man who was instrumental in filing the application for Tinubu's records to be released by these security agencies. Is there? I will put it at the bottom of this video so that you can have your time and read it. This is just the first tranche. The first tranche is about 219 pages, and you know that the document the FBI promised to release is 2,500 pages, in which they promise that they will release 500 pages per month or thereabout. What they release now was just the first tranche. When you go and check it, you discover that it's 219 pages so far that has been released. And the document shows the way the FBI carried out discreet investigation concerning the investigation they carried out in 1993 that allegedly linked Bola Ahmed Tinubu with his associates Abiodun Agbale and Munez Adeboyinga Akande to heroin trafficking. You can go and read it on the site of Plain Sight, run by Aaron Greenspan. As I said, you will see the link under this video. I will try to make sure that I put it there when I'm uploading it for YouTube, so that you can, everybody should have access to it. Aaron Greenspan has provided it for everybody around the world to be able to read it. Okay, so that is it about it. And it was a lie that the cable newspaper and the Nation and others lied to Nigerians and to the world that FBI said they were not going to release it. They lied. FBI they have released it, and you yourself can read it out, so that you can see the kind of discreet investigation that they carried out to nail the Nigerian. The investigations revolve around Lee Edwards, somebody called Lee Edwards, who was selling heroin, who was a distributor of heroin in Gary, Indiana, in 1970s. In that 1990s, he was selling drugs in Gary, Indiana. So the FBI discovered that he was a major dealer in heroin. They were later, through their investigation, after surveillance of him and discreet investigation and all that, they found out that the people supplying him heroin that he was selling in Gary, Indiana, are Nigerians who are based in Chicago, Illinois. That's where those Nigerians were based, and they were the one major suppliers of heroin to this Lee Edwards. So it was his investigation of Lee Edwards in Gary that led them to track down the Nigerians who are responsible for the supply of drugs to Lee Edwards in Chicago, from Chicago. So, and beside that, I wanted to also get independent analysis of what happened. So luckily for me, when I was trying to find out the implication of what happened, already the Supreme Court has decided the case of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he was duly elected, and all that. They literally rejected the discovery that article made from Chicago State University, and they rejected this. In fact, they didn't even touch. They forgot number 4 issue that Peter Obi and the Labour Party put before them about Tinubu's forfeiture of $460,000, which is an issue that is in this matter that was that is being that the FBI is releasing or has released. The $460,000, which was a ground that Peter Obi wanted Tinubu to be disqualified. That one, they didn't even mention anything about it at all. They forgot about it. So that matter is gone. So we're trying to find out what happened, what's the benefit of this. That was when I ran into a popular American uh, uh, psychologist, also a physiotherapist, also Dr. Jeffrey Guterman, because I follow him on X or Twitter, and he has over 600,000 followers. He had a Twitter space, or now known as X space. So he was running a kind of phone-in program on his Twitter space, celebrating. He was very celebratory about the fact that the FBI had finally released the documents on Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And there are some things he said there, which is some of the things that we're going to share here. And he said that he was blown away by the information that FBI, and he was emphatic that the what was released by FBI has indicted Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that's why I will put a sticker of it on this screen where he said that Tinubu was indicted, that he has been indicted, and then what are the implications of this? And he was saying that if this were to happen in a place like United States, his country, it's enough evidence for the Congress in the United States to begin impeachment move against the President of America if he's involved in something like that. But he said that he don't see a Nigerian government, a Nigerian Congress or National Assembly doing anything like that. But he made one interesting observation. He said that now that this matter has been found out, that it's now official, FBI report has shown this, document have shown this. He will say that it means that nobody will that he learned that Tinubu is planning to visit United States, or there are plans for him to visit United States, that he don't think that that can take place again, that he don't think that the American officials would like to receive him. That's what he was saying. And then he said that he's going to tag the reports with all American officials that he could be able to reach, and the other Americans. As I told you, he has over 600,000 followers on X. So he was saying that what had been released so far by the FBI is enough to deny Tinubu official receipt being received at the White House by Joe Biden. That is what he had seen. And he said that is the angle that people should look at it, from the perspective of ostracizing the president of Nigeria. And since it's not like Nigeria it's not likely that he can be removed from office, but it's also a way of Nigerians to begin to talk about the new Nigeria they want to build, to make sure that this matter is a subject of discussion, so that it will help to inform Nigerians about the kind of leadership they will choose in future, and how to make sure that it is very, very a topical issue that Nigerians could discuss. But I know as I was listening to him, I know that it's a difficult ask in Nigeria now, because the mainstream media in Nigeria that celebrated that FBI has rejected the release of Tinubu's documents, they are silent now that FBI has released the report. So they are not ready to write it. You can only see it now perhaps in People's Gazette, Sahara Reporters, and maybe a Daily Post. Those are probably 3 places you are likely to see it. And then on some other independent sources, the mainstream media will blacken it out. So without being blackened out, if it is blackened out, there's no way it could be able to have the kind of impact it's supposed to have. But the truth remains that it could be an important ammunition that somebody can use against Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. Maybe that time there will be enough time for people to go to court and raise this as an issue, so that the issue will be thrashed out even before the election. You can see what happened when Atiku Abubakar presented new evidence from Chicago. They were telling him that this is a matter he's supposed to have done in a lower court and not bring it to the Supreme Court and all that. So these are the kind of challenges that are there. But from what he said, what this Jeffrey Guterman said, that this discovery is going to jeopardize the chances of Tinubu being invited to the White House. That he was emphatic on that. Then he said that he's going to, if this thing is made more aware to American leaders, that it is going to bring awareness. And then within Nigeria itself, Nigerians should publicize it so that they will also become subject of discussion, which is also an issue I told you about, that I think it can be, especially on social media and all that. But in the mainstream media, it's not likely to draw traffic, to be paid attention, because, as I told you, they are not likely to dwell on it. But what this American is particularly excited about is that he said that it has confirmed what David Hundeyin, who had done a documentary on this matter of Nigerian drug ring in Chicago. He has done a documentary on it, and he said that it was exactly as David Hundeyin said it, because all the Nigerians that are involved were all mentioned and talked about by David Hundeyin in the documentary he did some months back. Then there were people that are saying that, okay, how do you apply pressure to the United States government to do something about this report? And some people who call in from around the world, they suggested that that they should threaten Joe Biden, that if he doesn't do anything about this indictment, that he's going to lose the vote of Nigerian Americans in the coming election. Perhaps that will make him to sit up. But the Dr. Jeffrey Guterman don't seem to agree with that, because what he said, that the most important thing is for the pressure to come from Nigerians within Nigeria. He said that it is within Nigeria that whatever will happen can have impact. That is the most important place that Nigerians can be able to see the change they are looking for. Because this Guterman also, he is a supporter of Peter Obi, and even though he's an American, he's a white American, but he had been following the Nigerian election, and he saw that people were rooting for Peter Obi, so he wanted to find out what is it about this Peter Obi that everybody is rooting for him in Nigeria. It's because he joined a discussion where he saw that Africans were discussing it on Twitter Space and talking about Peter Obi. So he was impressed that people are saying so many good things about the man. So he now joined and become an obedient sort of. So he was saying that whatever anybody says, that this report, this release of documents by the FBI is a very great achievement of the obedient movement, because they They encouraged it. They supported what Hundin and Aaron Greenspan were doing, encouraging them to go ahead and see how these documents could be made available by the FBI and others. So that is it about it. He said that it is a win for the obedient movement. He was, if you had been part of the that Twitter space conversation, his excitement was so contagious. I can tell you that. And he really said a whole lot of things to show that this this uh, this release of documents by the FBI was a gift to him as far as he was concerned. You know, in America right now, they were celebrating the Halloween, and they say it was exciting that FBI released it at this time. And he was emphatic also that it was an indictment of the president of Nigeria, and that is also an excitement. It was very exciting to him, to be frank. He said it was an indictment, and that it is a confirmation of what they had been saying, that ordinarily he ought not to have been the president of Nigeria, given this kind of indictment. But right now, nobody can do anything about it. But it is for the future purpose that these documents should be made available so that people can learn, people can be aware of it, people can spread the message that, look, this is what happened. This is the role this man played. This is what the American FBI found out, because this is now official, sealed and stamped by the FBI of the United States. So it was a very interesting Twitter space conversation. So I don't know what you think about it, because I know that many Nigerians, since the matter can be used in court, they think it's not important, but it is still very important, because in a few years' time, we'll be talking about the next election. In fact, the next election has already started. When you see the actions of the president right now, how he's literally trying to capture the PDP and all that, you know that the contest for the next election has already started. Even all this thing they are doing to see that they support Wike to achieve one or two things in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, the blue rail or whatever rail they want to do, it's all tied down to something they can showcase in the next 4 years. So these documents that the FBI has released will be of great importance. It will play a huge role in shaping the opinion of Nigerians come next election. I can tell you that for free. So it's important that every Nigerian who can should just read it. It's only 219 pages, this first tranche, but you know they will release more. So we are going to learn more in the next few weeks, because as I said, FBI alone said they have 2,500 pages of documents to release to Aaron Greenspan. And when they release it to him, he will upload it on his website, and all of us can read it and share it with the rest of the world and our friends and our supporters and whatever. And you can see that there is no way this will not play a key role in shaping the hearts and minds of Nigerians in the coming election. Even right now, those that have read it, those that have the information, those that knows, that are aware that Tinubu said that he passed out, he graduated from Government College Lagos in 1970, when the school had not been built. They look at him one kind now. Even though he's the president, they look at him one kind. can bet on that. Now, with this kind of information coming from FBI on his role in the heroin trafficking, which I say everybody can go and read it on the website of Plain Sight that's run by Aaron Greenspan. You see everything there, and you know it's official. You see the signings of officers of the FBI as they were pursuing the matter from one place to another, from one street to another, doing surveillance work, monitoring movements and all that. In fact, it will be as if you are reading a James Bond kind of investigation, all this detective. In fact, just like you are reading a detective novel, sort of. In fact, when I was reading it, it reminds me the kind of things I used to read about in James Hadley Chase and all that. So it's an interesting something to read so that you have the facts. You can be able to defend whatever you are saying about the matter. So the FBI has put their seal on the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's role with his friends who were involved in that matter in the United States, from Gary, Indiana to Chicago, Illinois. So that is the way it is. It's a very important document that everybody should read. The media, the mainstream media, may not make much noise about it, but that doesn't stop it from maybe being a major issue of discussion. Because as you all know, the media landscape all over the world has been liberalized by the social media. So the mainstream media no longer have the kind of monopoly they have about the media landscape. A whole lot of people are players in it right now. So it is out there. Go and read it. Don't believe the lies they told you earlier that FBI didn't release anything, that the FBI said they won't release anything. FBI have started releasing it. We have seen the first tranche. We are going to see to the end of it, 2,500 pages. We can't wait to see what it contains, even if it is for nothing, for historical and purposes, for record purposes. But I can tell you for free, the information that FBI is releasing today can be used to pursue legal matters to stop Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.